Hi, I'm Edna Ogenerike Ojugo. I'm a top finance influencer on LinkedIn and on Twitter. I'm here with Shecluded to help you stop being broke. No more insufficient funds. That's an anthem that we all can relate to. Everybody's like, man, I don't want to keep going to the ATM, put my card in, wanting to withdraw some amount, and I hear insufficient funds. So how can we stop having that alert? How can we stop having insufficient funds? The feeling of not having enough cash to meet your needs per time can be anything from annoying to frustrating to heartbreaking, right? It makes you wonder, is it only me? Am I the one that they've destined to be with poverty forever? No, let's help you solve that problem. So we all have different definitions of broke. For some of us, being broke is just not having any money to do anything that we want to do. For some other people, they are cash broke, but they are investment rich. That means you have money in savings, you have money investing, but you don't want to dip into that. Now, for the sake of this video, we're just going to be talking about not having any money at all to do what you need to do. The next question you need to ask yourself is, why are you always broke? I mean, it seems like a stupid question, but stick around, don't worry. Why are you always broke? Really think of it. Is it that you are always spending more than you earn? Maybe your friends always take you out, like, oh, there's always just something coming up that you need to pay for. Let's say your car is always breaking down. You always have to take care of your car. Like, there's just something always taking your money. Figure out why you're always broke, right? For example, if it's your car always breaking down, can you sell the car and get something cheaper, or look for something cheaper, like maybe spend a lot of money and fix that car per time instead of looking for short-term solutions? How do you solve that problem, right? So the first thing you need to do, ask yourself why you're always broke and directly address that problem. If it's, like I said, your car breaking down, you can solve that directly, either by selling it, solving the problem from the root, or just figuring out a way around that situation. If it's your friends always taking you out, maybe you want to cut back on that spending. Or the third option is things or prices and things in Nigeria just keep rising. The price of rice, for example, keeps rising. The price of chicken, everything just keeps increasing, right? So you need to ask yourself, can you reduce your spending, or two, do you need to start earning more? Now, you can learn all about this in our video about how to build a budget you can actually use. That video will help you understand what you can do in that instance. The next thing, still thinking about why you're always broke. Are you broke because you are under mountains of debt and you keep paying and paying and paying and paying, and you just don't find a way out of it? Then in that instance, you might want to figure out a different payment plan. Talk to the people that you owe, because think of it, if you keep trying to pay off your debt and then you end up broke before the end of the month, you would need to borrow again to pay back your debt. So that means you need to figure out a different payment plan for your debt. Because if you keep borrowing more debt to keep yourself alive, then you just keep repeating the same cycle, right? So create a different payment plan for your debt. Maybe if you are paying off 20% per month, talk to your creditors, talk to the people you are owing, and see if they can let you pay 10% or 15%, just lesser, so you can have more money for yourself, and then so you can stop entering more debt to pay off, right? And then also you might want to stay away from debts that require you to pay more money than you have coming in. That's just a side tip to have by the wayside. Finally, are you broke because you don't know where your money is going? You keep spending money and you just don't know where the money is going. That means you need to put in more effort into tracking where your money is going. Maybe get a diary, get a sheet where you just take notes of where your money is going, and then use the steps that we talked about in our video about how to create a budget that you actually use to then determine how you can reduce your spending. If it's from friends, you might want to speak to your friends about it. Tell them that, oh, you are spending a lot of money than you have, and then see how you can work your way around it. But if you feel like you won't be able to confront the situation directly, then you might want to remove yourself from that situation. Maybe not go out as much times as you usually do, not go to as many places as you do, and all of that. But then finally, if we think of it, sometimes the reason why we're always broke is because we don't earn enough money than we need to live. So in that case, you could look out for ways to earn more money. And then no, you don't have to look too far. You can check out our ways to create passive income that we talked about in a separate video. The reason why we're broke can be summarized to 2 reasons. 1, spending more than we earn, or 2, earning less than we need to live. If you are spending more than you earn, you can use the steps we talked about in this video to reduce your spending. And 2, if you are earning less than you need to live, you can use the steps that we talked about in the other videos that we mentioned earlier on. At the end of the day, we just want to be able to live. And to live, we need to stop being broke. So just use the steps that we talked about and let us know how it goes. Cheers to no more insufficient funds.